Yeah, the breaking news of the highest order, this one. Orlando Pirates, if the offer is right, they will sell without a doubt. A story we broke very early in the morning on Sunday and carrying it through now with Orlando Pirates confirming that story on sabcsport.com that Patrick Tito Maswanganyi moving on to Bahrain, the name of the club, Khaldiya Sports Club in Bahrain. So we'll get further details of that move as it unfolds. But he said his goodbye, and the team has also now confirmed that he's leaving. But V, I believe your analysts there have got a few words to say about Tito leaving the Buccaneers.
Absolutely. Hask, let me get your thoughts because Mazola is saying if the price is right, Orlando Pirates will sell.
Well, you can see that they're very clear in how they're operating. If there's a profit to be made, we know that a lot of clubs lament the fact that it's not profitable to run a football club. But Orlando Pirates, I don't think that's the case. They've literally changed the narrative in that regard. And they've done exceptionally well in allowing players to move along and go and live out their dreams of playing football abroad. And I hope it's financially rewarding for both club and for the player individually.
Well, Mazola will not tell us the numbers, but he tells us that he has seen the contracts, he has seen the numbers, and we're going to throw it back to Mazola to continue just to telling us what's making news out in your world of football.
Yeah, the next one is around a former teammate of skipper, Spider-Man. Lehlohonolo Majoro. I caught up with him. He's now moved on. He's retired, as we know, and he is a coach. But he spoke to me about his CAF B licenses. So he's taking this thing to the next level. Here's Major.
But you do know me, I focus mainly on strikers. So for me, getting this diploma, it will be an exciting thing personally, and also it will come at a great value for players that come to Mesa Strikers Academy, because I want to produce strikers that are well knowledgeable about the game and understand the ways in which they can succeed in this game.
Now, some developments around Tito Maswanganyi and SAFA. My colleague Velile Mnyandu has been following this closely. Now, what we're hearing is that personal terms talks have all but concluded. Just a few niggles here and there. But Coach Tito Maswanganyi expected, at least we hope, to be confirmed as the Bafana Bafana coach for a second tenure this week. Bafana have an Africa Cup of Nations qualifier in September, so they need a coach pronto. Otherwise, they might have to call Molefe to stand in on the interim there. And then we move on to our final story. It still concerns SAFA House. It's the Minister Gaten McKenzie. He says, Ubatla 13 million high back in the account. I wrote SAFA a letter requesting them to return my money. They asked for 21 days of grace. I am angry because what else can I do? He says all the problem are blamed on Danny Jordan, the SAFA president, but there's a lot of interference there. He simply wants VAR to happen. But what is stopping this thing of VAR to happen? Yeah, for that and more breaking news story, keep it locked on sabcsport.com. Back to you, V.
Ama 13 million melabuya. How much is me reperile Africa Zonga yam amkela kanongono kawe na wana munhla wa Soccer Zone. And as you know, we always say we bolo liga no putuzwayo ukuthi every single season begins with a story. Some begin with a story of ambition, others begin with one of pressure, and some really just begin with a warning. Well, tonight the story continues to unfold right here on Soccer Zone. Of course, we take you through to midweek Betway Premiership action. Only a single game that we saw this week, but crucial in terms of just shaping that early landscape of the Betway Premiership season. And then, of course, MTN8 Wafa. There can only be one. The away teams this weekend securing that early advantage moving into this weekend's second leg. And across the Atlantic, the EPL is back. Man United again. What a start to the season, losing 2-0 there to Hull. Anghambi Ngezo Africa, of course, joining me in studio, some of the best of football minds. We've got the Hask and Mark Haskins. Hask, let's talk about just those early advantages we saw this weekend in the MTN8. High level, your thoughts.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Makes the second leg so interesting. I remember playing the MTN8, and when the two-legged semi-finals were introduced, it changed things completely because we weren't used to that in local football. So the second legs are going to be very, very interesting.
Very interesting second legs. We're looking forward to out in a Wafa Wafa where there can only be one. Itumeleng, the Spider Kid, Kune. Uthi kumele simbize Spider-Man, kodwa i-nickname yomunye umuntu leyo.
Rather call me Spider then.
Oh,
not
Spider.
Kid.
Okay.
I'm grey everywhere.
Spider Kune.
I'm grey everywhere to be called Spider Kid.
Okay, Spider. A quick one from you in terms of the EPL. What a start to the new season when you look at the defending champions, Arsenal, just hitting the ground running. And it looks like the problems may continue for some teams when you look at the likes of Tottenham.
Evening V and evening to the viewers at home. Definitely a great start from the champions and a very sad start for Man U. But again, a lot of teams are going to struggle this season. Manchester United, Man City, whom were depending on the two defenders to score those 2 goals. Haaland is there, but he's not getting the De Bruyne's passes. So, yes, so a lot of teams are going to find it difficult to compete and to challenge for the league. So Arsenal to defend their league title.
Arsenal to defend their league title. It will be interesting to see how that top 4 then shapes up in terms of the UEFA Champions League. We've also, of course, got the Super Journo in the house. He'll be bringing us some of those top stories in the world of football in just a bit. But Principal, yibona sokutala asungasasekangi yizweleni kuri ngomisifone njani?
Riperle Mangovo. Today he lagobalabula he on the spinal cord. So if someone uses this knee on the spinal cord, what does it mean? So lokuruko awusubonanga tamalaka soka zone itakubzela ku was the correct card given for a knee on the spinal cord or not?
Sure. And this is the second time we're seeing not a knee, but a leg going towards the back of a player. We saw it with Tashreeq Matthews as well in that game that they played in Mamelodi Sundowns. But let's take you through to the massive topic that we've got for you tonight out on Soccer Zone. And we're taking you through to the world of the MTN8. We want to know which team impressed you the most following the first leg of the MTN8 semi-finals. Of course, we are out on Facebook. We're on X. We're on sabcsport.com as well as on TikTok at SABC Sport. Looking forward to getting your thoughts there. But of course, we've got one of the best football journalists in the African continent gracing us every single week right here on Soccer Zone. Super Journo, we've seen a lot of things being said out on the social media streets, but we know you have the real scoop. What's up?